Hello there, don't mind me, I'm just making a cup of tea. Now when I first started doing these videos, I used to have a feature called Tea of the Week. And I got a bit bored with that because it was just, like a lot of videos, me making some tea, pointing out what a pretty colour it was, having a drink, telling you whether I liked it or didn't. And since then I've tried to do some different things, but one of the things I keep coming back to is teas that make an impact on me. Now, I recently travelled to Thailand, and if you are someone who has read my blog, I wrote about 9 entries about the difficulty in finding tea. And these are some of the boxes of teas that I found, often dust covered, hidden in the back of little tiny family shops, although some of these also are from Tesco. Because the tea culture in Thailand is framed around iced tea, and it's framed around powdered tea. So to actually just go out and find some leaves was quite difficult, particularly if you don't speak the language and you're going into tiny corner shops where they don't speak English. But nevertheless, had a lot of fun. And my big discovery was this, the Ramming Organic Jasmine Tea. Now, I managed to bring some of this back to Australia, unlike all these other empty boxes, because once you've opened them you can't bring them back through customs. This was a really exciting tea. Now, it's very, very difficult to get loose leaf tea in Thailand when you're out. The resort that I stayed at actually, after I insisted on searching through their cupboards, found they actually had some of this very tea, and I had them make me some, only to find out that they'd made it up really badly, tasted horrible, and charged me more for a cup than the whole packet cost me at the shop. So most of it I made in my hotel room. Now, as we know, hotel rooms give you tiny, tiny cups, generally smaller than this one, and no teapot or anything, so you have to improvise a bit. And I always take one of these, or 2 of these, with me, the little infusers, I like to call them, lobster style. So what you should do, I guess, is put the tea in the infuser and make yourself a cup of tea. The problem I have is when I did that with this tea, I found it didn't really bring the tea out to its best benefit. The leaves are quite large. You might be able to see that now. They're really opening up, they're quite large, and they really don't get a chance to open up if you put them in one of these little infusers. So what I actually did many times over the week that I was in Thailand, where I pretty well drank exclusively this tea, was to just dump them in hot water. So this is a clear glass, but I've put in you know, about as much as you get in a hotel cup if you're lucky. And what I would do is let it infuse for a while, and then I would actually fish the leaves out with my infuser, which is a bit of mucking around, but it's got a number of benefits. So I'll tell you about this tea before we get back to that. This is from the Ramming Tea Company in Chiang Mai, one of the oldest Thai tea companies, been going since 1941. Look, their products are great. Well, this one certainly. It is just an absolutely delightful tea. This is Assam bush, young leaves. Then what they do is they process it Chinese style, and then they add some Thai jasmine flowers, which, if the box is to be believed, are better than jasmine flowers from elsewhere. I don't know about that, but it is a really, really lovely tea. So I'm going to have a sip now. It's a massive hit of jasmine, just a really, really lovely, soft, perfumey jasmine. This tea should be a massive hit in the Middle East, where jasmine tea is very popular, and just a massive hit with anyone. That's what the box looks like. Ramming Organic Jasmine Tea. Not a lot of the boxes in English, and the bits that are in English are tiny, so I couldn't really read them, but no, I'm pretty happy with that. So let's talk about what I do now. I now have a cup of these leaves. They're lovely leaves, look at them, nice big leaves. Look at that. And I would just let them dry out a little bit and then make my second cup. I feel that it infuses 3 times quite happily, but more than anything I think the second infusion is beautiful. First infusion is nice, but it's a little rough, maybe a little a little full on. Not that I'd quibble, and I think because of my method, sometimes I get little bits of tea still in the first infusion. By the time we've got the second, they've got so big that the infuser picks them up. So there you go. It's my tea of the month, tea of the week, tea of the year, whatever you want to call it. I hope you can get it wherever you are, or if you travel to Thailand, you get your hands on some of it, because it really is a great experience and just a little bit different. So I'll see you next time.